Hey y'all, a couple of months ago, I did a video on what I consider to be the ultimate and essential tool for an herbalist. It is called a Hori knife. Now, the first version of the video had really terrible audio, so today, after several complaints, I am taking that down and I'm going to put a new version up. So if you saw it before and you couldn't hear it, give it a listen again. If you didn't see it the first time, be sure to check this out. Now, as y'all know, I make my living as an herbalist. I make my living gathering and harvesting herbs, sometimes selling herbs, definitely teaching about herbs quite a bit, and writing about herbs quite a bit. In fact, just yesterday I published my 17th book. If you do not have one of my herb books on your shelf, or one of my cookbooks, or foraging books, or a couple of books I've written on religion, be sure to check them out. Judson Carroll on Amazon. I'm the guy that writes the herb and foraging, cooking, and religion books. There was a Judson Carroll apparently about 100 years ago that was a Freemason, and he wrote some very odd books that I'm not associated with in any way, shape, or form. So do check that out. And, my newsletter, Judson Carroll Master Herbalist, is free on Substack. You can subscribe if you like to, if you just want to support my work. And of course, I do 3 podcasts a week that are also free. So whether I'm actually hands-on teaching or teaching online or through books, I do a ton of herbal teaching. And when I go out by myself or I take people out, this is always on my belt. The Hori knife is a Japanese garden tool. It is very hard stainless steel, very durable stainless steel. You can absolutely abuse this knife and you're not going to damage this blade. It's got a sharp edge on one side. It has a serrated edge on the other side, which is fantastic for cutting through roots and vines. I use this quite a bit. It's almost as good as a saw. It is convex. See, it's scooped out there. It's got a little measurement thing there, so you know how deep, if you were using this in the garden for planting. This is essentially designed to be the most convenient ultimate garden tool. I find it absolutely essential as an herbalist. I can cut plant tops with this sharp edge, and you can get this sucker razor sharp. I mean, it's really very easy to sharpen. You just sharpen one side of it, and it's really nice. You can, of course, dig roots. Even Oregon grape. Oregon grape has big, gnarly root. You can get in there. You can work around it. Maybe not a huge bush, but one that's decent size, is about the size I would harvest. Just get in there, work around in there, and pry it up, and you don't have to worry about bending this blade. Now, of course, there are other tools an herbalist can use. Traditionally, digging sticks have been used quite a bit. Spades and pocket knives and scissors, even when you're just cutting maybe some chamomile or something like that. This is essential. It goes everywhere with me. Now, it's also a darn good knife, and it's also really very effective if you had to use this for self-defense. I mean, the sheath goes right on your belt, and you pull this out, somebody's going to run away. Now, if you're in the woods where I live, there are more bears than people, so I'm not really worried about that. If I had to, and I had no other weapon on me, I could lash this to a pole, and if a bear was charging, go for the face and throat, and probably still get pretty torn up, but I would probably survive it. I mean, this is a big blade. This is 6 inches to this point, so probably 8 inches and heavy, and if you get that in the right spot, and a bear's going to charge you really fast, and they're heavy. I mean, 400-pound bear coming at you at like 40 miles an hour. You would put the pole down and you'd lean back and just let him run into it and just try to hit the right spot. Like I said, you're probably still going to get really messed up, but you probably could survive it. So I see this as essential in many, many ways. I mean, it's just an all-around good tool. The one I have is I don't speak Japanese. I think this is Nisaku, Nisaku, maybe. The sheath is really not very good, but it's fine for what it is. I mean, it gets beat up a lot. At some point, I'll probably make a sheath to replace it. This is a tool that will last for generations. I have actually seen Hori knives like on eBay and such that have been passed down for 100 years. It is almost impossible to break this tool. You just want to keep it sharp. You want to, maintain it. Don't leave it out in the weather. And I mean, it's bulletproof, and it's just good, solid. It feels good in the hand. And as an herbalist, I think this is absolutely essential. So I've been doing a series on my everyday carry of like survival items. This is actually truly an everyday carry for me, unless I'm going to town. Because if I go into a bank or something, you look like a maniac carrying this, even though it is a garden tool. But anything other than like going to a bank or a hospital or the courthouse to pay the tax bill or something, this is on my belt almost all the time. I carry this more than I carry a cell phone, I can guarantee you that. Anyway, y'all, be sure to check out a Hori knife. I would look for, if you can, a Japanese one because they're just so solid. There are some very good Horis made in America. There are some very bad Horis made in America. I think, and I may be wrong about the brand, and I don't want to disparage the brand, it may be Fisker's that's carried at like Lowe's Hardware and such. I got one well, it wasn't actually the Hori. It was sort of a matching spade, which I thought would be kind of nice. And it broke in like 30 minutes. I mean, cheap, Chinese-made crap. There are Permies.com and I think the GrowNetwork.com. And I know for sure the Farmer's Almanac. They carry American-made ones. I know the ones for the Farmer's Almanac are an American company. I think the ones Permies have, and if they're still selling them, they may not be. Come to think of it, I don't think Permies has one anymore, but I think the Grow Network still does. I know the Farmer's Almanac has a nice quality one, but look online. You can probably find a Japanese one for 10-15 bucks, and like I said, this thing is going to last for generations. So I hope this video was a little bit better than the last one. I finally figured out the audio settings with the new microphone I had set up. Y'all have a great week, and I'll have some new videos out for you next week.